Hello again. Okay, and I can't show you the notes because it's from another company and I don't want to reveal their information, but the notes are water damage, water spilt on keyboard, visible corrosion on logic board. So let's have a look inside, see if we can repair this MacBook Air. It's a A1466. So that would be anywhere from I think 2012 to 2017. These were a really popular model. They haven't updated it since, except with the exception of the latest one, which is I think Retina, the 2018 MacBook Air. So let's have a look inside. They claim that it's got water damage with visible corrosion. So okay, there's the 10 screws at the bottom. These are all P5 because Apple loves to change their screws all the time. So there we go, that's the inside. Battery's been disconnected by whoever services, which is very good. Markers, as you can see, have gone off. This is the indicators for water damage. Clear corrosion around here, if you can see, all around here. SSD looks like it's had a little bit as well, and I'm not sure, but if that's normal. The inductor looks crooked, which is a very bad soldering job by Samsung. So that's the bottom side of the board. So we're gonna have to take out the board and inspect the top, which is the top bottom. It gets a bit confusing. So we'll switch over to T5. That's T7. That is T8, and we need to go to T5. Okay, first we want to take out the SSD. Okay, and the Wi-Fi module. The same screws. Pop these off gently. Be careful, if you rip them you need to replace the whole assembly, because these wires run all the way under the assembly, so be very careful. If it's your first time, if you've done this before, you probably know. So let's disconnect this. That's for keyboard and trackpad. Backlight, IO cable stuck on. No damage luckily on this one, which is not too bad. They're about 25-30 bucks to replace. This is webcam again. Just keep jiggling it out. Be careful, don't scratch the PCB, don't rip the cable. And this is for the IO board. Right speaker, left speaker, and I think this one is for microphone, if I'm not wrong. Look, you've got to check that. Okay, so once all this is loose, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws holding the logic board. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. Yes, 6. Yep. And there's actually 3 that hold the fan, but the one on the left is screwed into the logic board. It's got a stand off on the logic board. So usually I keep that, I don't remove that, because I like to, when I'm testing, I like the fan to be there. This is a rubber gasket to optimize airflow. That's ripped. We're gonna have to replace that. So I'll start with the fan. So 2 screws from the fan. Okay, 1 for the IO board. Okay, so that's that. I'll remove these 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so the logic board should come up now, but there is one that holds down the fan, so it's hidden under here. And this one, you need to go back to a T8 and remove the 2 left screws for the hinge. It's got a little clip which will loosen up the cables that run all the way down here. So then you can see how that comes out. Then now you can easily access, go back to T5 and access this tiny little screw. If you be lazy and you don't remove these two, there's a good chance you can rip that cable, and again it's tied to the display, so good luck replacing that, because they're like 500-600 bucks unless you're confident enough to open the LCD. So first, when I lift the board, as you can see, as soon as you lift, see the clues? Always watch out for these clues. These clues are what help you troubleshoot the board. See on the black backing, so that sometimes they're not as easily visible on the board, but easily visible on the back. So that's that, and I'll just show you the board quickly so you can have a look. That's some corrosion there around the SMC, which is not too good, and some over here. These aren't too important. Nothing around USB, so a few patches. So that's that. And even after we've seen corrosion, still the best to go under the microscope, because often you can pick up very detailed things under the microscope. Sometimes it's just one of the legs on a transistor, which very hard to see with your naked eye. So it's best trying to turn on my cam so I can show you guys. I have a terrible cam. This is a Yamcha cam. So this cam I bought from like AliExpress or something. It's not bad for what it is. It helps. Sometimes customers come in and they want to know what's wrong with the board. At least I can show them, take pictures or whatever, and they can see, like sometimes they want to know where the damage is. Okay, so the camera's up and running. It's got too much lag, so I'll just record directly off the screen. So I'll lift that up for you, zoom it in a little bit. That's my monitor, so I see. Yeah, so this is usually 1-to-1 with what I can see on the screen. So basically we'll just go over the board. So let's have a look. This area looks good. Backlight, I see no damage there, that's good. So around SMC, this area looks really bad. Sometimes I gotta focus right. That looks like it might have a hole in that capacitor. Sorry for the shakiness, but we definitely need to attend to this area. I'll get some tweezers so I can point that out. So this area, we need to check these components. So it looks like some liquid might have gone under SMC, which is very bad, but hopefully we can fix that. These components all look pretty messed too. So this area we've seen before, that looks really disgusting. That's eaten away that point, as you can see. So that's messed up, and wow, this has burnt itself out. What is this? We'll come back to this as well. For points, so it looks like this isn't too old, because the quicker we get these in, the higher the success rate for getting these going. So basically that's the memory chip's good, it hasn't been affected. Nice, a little bit damage there. ISL 958. That's the CPU power supply, this clock chip. Whenever I see corrosion around these usually die so easily with liquid damage. So that's that. And again, this area, very bad, very bad. E1905, I think that is. Yeah, so we've got a fair bit of work here. So that's that. This side looks good. It's not as bad as it looks here. Not as bad. So it's still pretty fresh, this liquid damage around the connector too. That's not, although it's gone off, it doesn't look like it's affected it too much, so we might not have backlight or display. SD around CPU is good, which is a very good sign. So what is this area? This is my main concern, these two. I think for some serious power lines, I'm not too sure. Let's have a look on the schematics. 34, 37. Let's flip this around. Okay, so U1950, first one. So this is for CPU power good, sys power okay. Very important, this one. We definitely need to change this. Q8062. That's a no connect. And this one, SPI descriptor. SPI, for the SPI lines, 1.5 V, PP1 V5, SO switch audio. So this one's not a big concern, but definitely we need to replace too. So the two resistors that's also here, I think it's these two, LCD PSR enable and PP3V3 SO, so the SO lines. So the other one goes to PCH, so this is very critical. That one, and I'm not sure if I'm looking at this the right way. Yeah, because there's supposed to be one more resistor just here, which is not on this board, which is, oh my bad, this is a 00165. So if this is a 1065, that would mean that this is a 2015 board or 17. So let's open the board view for this one and have a look. So that resistor is not on the previous ones. That's a PCH BT UART CTSL low. So that would definitely be for PCH and PCH SCL I2C lines. I think these go to the CPU somewhere. Yeah, so very important. Those two resistors very important. Definitely need to address that. And as we know, this is the PP3V42 power supply on the other side. I believe they're okay. So I'll start with this area. On the back side, U1950. So this one, definitely going to pull this off. So I'll switch over to camera. Okay, so let's have a look. Try to get a focus. What's that? a lot. Badly damaged. This guy up as well. Take up the temperature a bit more. We're gone. That's the guys. Underneath looks not too bad. But yeah, we want to make sure we do a good job. Area. Sure, these ones. Focus there. These ones were really gone. There we go. Bring them back to life. Okay, as well. This tester. It looks beautiful now. Pads, get them nice and clean. Much clear. Okay, so I'm going to put some fresh solder. Some fresh solder. that. One's there. Just got to check what this little resistor is. SMC delay power. 1906. It's a no start, that's fine, so there's no resistor there. I'm going to replace this guy too. Perfect. Now to these two other resistors. This one R1679 and R1677. Let's have a look. 47k resistor, 5%, 120 volt watts, 201 package, and this one would be 2.2k. Now I'm actually curious to see how this is different to the 3437. So 1690, 1679 is 100k. Completely different. It's a complete different 1776, so they're completely different. And this one I think is the same. Yeah, Q1920. Just want to check it before. DMN5L06VK, so that should be the same as 00165. The PCB is pretty much exactly the same except some minor differences. It's like a revision, so let's go to this one. DMN5L06VK, so that should be good. PCHME disable strap. Okay, so those two have been changed. We just need to source these ones. So I do have my own 00165, so I'll just use this for the time being. Hopefully I don't have to get to replace. Okay, go back to board view. Let's get these resistors off. Finishing all the action. Drop it. So let's try and find something similar. So this one was PCH 1679, 2.2K. So the next one 1678 is identical, so we can borrow from here. That would be like 3 resistors across on the second line. Let's hope I don't lose it this time. This guy. No, oh no. I got both. Okay, so we lost both. I need to look for another one, 2.2K. Next up. So this one looks like the same one. We're going to lose this one. Let's see if we can get this wound without blowing them away. Good. It's also good. So the cereal's looking good now. Put them alcohol, a little bit of cleaning. Okay. Okay. Let's cool down a bit. Let's see what we can get. Get the charge port in. See if we can get any green light now. Because obviously this power good should be good. We'll have to see if there's PP3 V42 as well. This. See. So PP3 V42 fan spin is there. So that's a good sign. That means our machine's turning on. Hopefully that's that. But while we're here, we might as well clean out the other areas to make sure the corrosion doesn't get worse. Okay, so first thing is cloth chip. I was wrong. See if we can zoom out a little bit. Okay, so back in action. I just want to reflow this area. Make sure if there's any crap, we burn it off as well. Just speed it up slightly, just so we get moving and get the solder also like fresh. And so you'll burn all that crap. So anyways, once we test these machines, we run them through the ultrasonics anyway, so it cleans all the crap. So it is pretty sticky, whatever this stuff, whatever it was. I'm not sure if it was something with sugar or maybe coffee. So this area also. I'm not sure all these all this area. So if I had penetrated more, these would all be like sort of hanging off, and they'll just come off easily. At that point, I'd just I would replace them. But when they're this fresh, they're usually really good underneath, and they're still making good contact. So still solid. Point. This guy. Fix this guy up. Remember this guy. This guy. What is this guy? Check schematics. Let's have a look. U5600 charger. CSO. It's got PP3V3. So this is for charging. Yeah. So this definitely need to change. Okay, let's take that guy off. Yeah, little guy. Not too bad, but just change. It's a pretty important component. Transistor. There you go. Flick them away. Plugs. Remove the leaded crap. Weak. Put some fresh solder. just want to make sure everything else is good. So for my donor board, I need to take this out again. Let's grab this guy. Assume it's the same guy. So right now this doesn't look too pretty, but after ultrasonics the board will come out like new. It's already looking good. So that's pretty good. These components, you don't want to overlook anything or skip anything or rush anything. Initial diagnosis is the most important. So again, this area, this is just dirty, I believe. I don't think anything shorted. This is for the PP3V42 power supply, as you saw a charge light before. So if this was bad, then you wouldn't see a charge light. So that's how I know it's pretty good. And again, after ultrasonics, this will come out fresh and new. So that's that. All the other components here, we had this ticked off, but it should be good because none of the components look affected. Except for maybe that one on the side. I can just check that diode. Make sure it's good. 084. Yep. Good reading. Flip it away. Yep, so that's good. That's another ultrasonic. That's for the ultrasonic. So pretty much this board should be working now. I'll switch over to table view again. My desk. I don't have another camera, so I'll just have to flip this around. Ta-da! Okay, let's get this back in. This off first, just makes it easier. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's good, that's good. This is basically like a pre-test, but obviously once we run through ultrasonic we will retest this properly once it's clean and everything. just makes it easier, so I don't have to pull it out and clean it every time there's a small little issue. There could be potential other problems on this machine. So let's have a look. I won't have green light because I didn't plug in the I/O cable. So that's done. See if we get green light. Fan spin. Should hear a chime too. That's my map. Okay, backlight is there. We have a display. Should get a folder icon because the SSD is not plugged in. Okay, so we got display. As you can see, the folder icons come up. And just to confirm, there's the drive, boot drive, so we can see. It's our little boot drive. Let's see if we can check the boot so you can see that everything's working. As you can see, blue light, but it's thrown an error. That's fine, we'll try again. Thinking it's doing something. There you go, boot. Nice. So that's booting. I'll go through the boot, and chime is probably not there on these ears. I usually do a PRAM. After 2-3 PRAMs, the chime usually comes back after water damage. So that's that. I'll just wait till it boots up so you can see that everything's working. It's taking a long time because it's coming from hard drive. Hard drives are very slow. They do take a lot of time. It's much slower than the SSDs, almost unbearable. And plus it's going through USB, so it does take a lot of time. Now, as you can hear, the fan's gone nuts. That's because I haven't plugged in the keyboard and mouse. And keyboard and mouse have the thermal sensors on them, so whenever you don't have anything that's got a thermal sensor and it's not plugged in, it will spin really fast because it can't actually read those temperatures. So there you go, that's the booting system. So thank you for watching, guys.